I'm Jane W. Kohler. I live at 634 21st Street, and I'm here to represent the NOMA board, in regard to Ron Goldman's letter of October 19th. We support his position, and so I will read a portion of that letter to you. Section 2.431, any variation in the design, massing, or building configuration, including but not limited to floor area and building height, that renders such aspects out of substantial compliance with the project after ARB approval. Section 2.43J, these are any change that would materially reduce the community benefits that's set forth in sections 2.6. 2.6 includes significant project features and LUCE community benefits. The fifth goal of the LUCE community benefits states, does the project adversely impact or enhance the current or future open space and community gathering space, end quote. And uncovered open space has been reduced by 44%, and the resulting width of courtyards are slot-like, canyons-like spaces with landscape and children's play areas in shadow, most, if not all, day. And the public outdoor park at the corner of New Road in Pennsylvania, specifically added by the Planning Commission, is now covered space with 4 stories of building above. Again, of the 5 priority categories of community benefits in the LUCE, number 3 is the community physical improvements, additional ground level open space and trees. Again, open space, landscape, and sunlight have all been reduced by 44%.
Jasmin, Diaz.
You are not charged with reviewing what the Planning Commission has approved. This is not what they approved. They have not reviewed these changes. This project has been totally redesigned. This redesigned project has not been before the Planning Commission or City Council. So it is up to you alone to determine that this redesigned project meets the LUCE standards and meets your standards. You have the right to say the height on Colorado, the open space inadequate, the revision to the main public space at the New Street intersection is not acceptable. The increased length of buildings on the west and east not acceptable. Truly a travesty of both process and product. I and community would greatly appreciate your recognizing this and a minimum rework this design, or otherwise just don't approve and send it back to Planning Commission. And finally, let me remind you that each apartment needs to have a separate water meter, and the added space should not further reduce the already minimum area open to the sky. Thank you.
I think the LUCE provides for many ways in which for us to look at what Santa Monica might become, and the path that we're on. I know that one part of the LUCE is certainly about preserving open space, and it is about livability, and it is about sustainability, but part of the LUCE is also about where do we place density in the city, because density is an inevitability. So I think that that was part of the discussion process all through the LUCE, and I just want to remind people that there's the complexity of the choices that are made in the city around where density occurs and where it doesn't, and there are going to be borders, against which those two elements come up against each other, and I think this area of the city has some of those borders around it. Board Member Griffin?
Yeah, I concur on both in regards to my appreciation for the community discussion, and also in regards to the fact that we're only here to review the 2 courtyard elevations that we looked at, and specifically the new design of the variation in the guardrail and the landscape, and I think that both have been improved since we talked last, so I'm supportive of the project.